Hello, I'm the Belgian Theorizer, and for some unknown reason, my worst video on my channel is also my most popular. That's a Steam alert, and ignore it. Anyway, 73 views for a video of free V-Bucks. Look at it! Look at the thumbnail! It's literally a PowerPoint presentation that is windowed with a picture of free V-Bucks on it, and if you look very closely, you see that it's an X from PlayStation, while I'm recording this on a computer. Anyway, to celebrate this massive success, I decided to make an actual theory, because it has been a long time ago, to be honest. I mean, this is not a theory, this is not a theory, this is not a theory, this is part of this, so it's not a theory, and this is not a theory. So, yeah, let's make a theory about Fortnite. You guys may not know it, but Fortnite is massively popular. So, yeah, Fortnite's popular. And Fortnite doesn't have a story. Yeah, you never think about it, but Fortnite doesn't have a story. Yeah, where is the story? Any video game has a story, so where is Fortnite's story? Sure, you saved the world, but Fortnite Battle Royale doesn't have a story. But if you look closely, there are a ton of clues that reveal that Fortnite is a game. More specifically, a simulation. So, I will show you something. This is a quote. It's basically a description about what Save the World is. And the storm came without warning, and 98% of the world's population vanished. Then came the monsters, and then some other things I don't care about. So, basically the story of Save the World is that a storm arrived. A storm wiped out almost all of humanity, and, well, an apocalypse happened. An apocalypse happened, and monsters arrived to kill the rest. Well, okay, Save the World has a story, somehow. But, if you start to look at the clues, you can start to connect Fortnite Save the World and Fortnite's Battle Royale game mode in one story. We can at least say one thing. Fortnite Battle Royale is not Save the World. It does not take place in the same world. This can easily be proved by the fact that the maps don't look anything like each other. Save the World is a globe. Fortnite's Battle Royale is an island surrounded by other islands. So, what's my theory? Well, my theory is that you, in Save the World, you actually save the world. The world is saved. Eventually, the storm is stopped, the monsters are defeated. Great. The survivors start to rebuild society. Society gets rebuilt, and they create a highly technological civilization. This civilization, of course, still remembers that the storm came, and fearing that it once returns, they make a simulation. A place where thousands, millions, billions even, of their people can practice to shoot and kill, and provide entertainment in the process. So, let's look at the proof. First of all, look at this lobby. Did this situation ever happen in real life? No, they're like these platforms. These weird looking platforms. I mean, that doesn't seem like something that would happen in real life. Don't you think so? Plus, a very small detail, and only Fortnite veterans will know this, but if you start to switch between the menus, like go from lobby to battle pass, you will see glitchiness. Like, for a very short amount of time, you will see like a broken TV monitor, let's just say. You know, like in Dutch they call it sneeuw op je TV. Like the crackling on your TV. It's something you can actually see when you switch between menus. That's one proof. You have the lobby. Plus the fact that there's a spawn island, where you literally just spawn. And after the spawn island, you out of nowhere teleport in a bus that flies over an island. That sounds ridiculously unrealistic. There's way more proof. If you kill someone, you will see these things beam someone up. Um, I'm sorry, but yeah, that doesn't happen. Things don't beam up dead people, and yeah, they don't beam up dead people in real life. It must be a simulation. You also have when you go knocked, and you can be revived again. The fact that you can gain shields and become more resistant to bullet fire. How can you drink shields and become more resistant to bullet fire? That also seems something that you would see in a simulation. Plus, you have Playground LTM. It's basically the same thing as Fortnite Battle Royale, but instead it's just on one island. A whole island for you alone. And recently there has been an update to this mode, where you can literally change the gravity, time of day, player names and location, drop items when eliminated, health, shields. You're basically playing God. That's not something for real life. Yes, Fortnite simulation. However, yeah, I just discovered Fortnite's hidden lore. I can be very happy. But I'm realistic. And a good theorizer also looks to the negative sides of his theory. And there's one huge thing I actually don't know how to fix. Season 5. Season 5. What happens in Season 5? Well, basically there's some unknown villains. And these villains decide to launch a rocket. They basically launch a rocket. And the rocket gets launched and completely glitches the island and causes rifts to become a thing. But what's really strange is that the rocket goes to the real world. And we're talking about the real world. Like literally California desert. And I find it very strange that people don't question this. But remember, there's like this skin, I forgot the name for a while, but yeah, there's literally a skin, and it's an actual person, but I won't go too much in depth about it. Basically, this rocket gets launched and goes to the real world. I still cannot explain this. How can a simulation in a fictional world be capable of sending a rocket to real world? That's one gap in my theory. Oh yeah, plus, there's something else really suspicious. You probably know this if you played Fortnite for a while, but the map changes. This giant desert area, for example, was not this giant desert area once. Once it was Lonely Lodge. Dusty Depot was Dusty Depot. Tilted Towers appeared out of nowhere. Lazy Links didn't exist. These ugly looking purple spots, which are very handy for basically, yeah, they're very handy. I'm a good player, by the way. Basically, get one of those stupid shadow stones and pop someone while they don't even know it. Very fun. This was not a thing. The map basically changes. And it's especially weird with Dusty Devo. Dusty Devo basically existed after season 4 when a meteorite crashed. Out of nowhere, there was an entire research facility built. What? A research facility? Where did that came from? With highly technological equipment to study a meteor. And it was abandoned. So that's also something that doesn't happen in real life, of course. And yeah, Fortnite's map is basically built for combat. Every area is made as interesting as possible to make sure it's a great place to shoot people in. Anyway, I think my theory is pretty solid and has some great proof. I even decided to look at another theory from the game theorist, which is a theorizer way above my level, and he made a theory that Battle Royale was happening on Venus, but there were a lot of holes in his theory. Anyway, I'm the Belgian theorizer, and now you know that Fortnite Battle Royale is basically a simulation in Save the World to train its troops to be prepared when another storm killing event, well, not storm killing, another humanity wiping storm happens. Leave like, subscribe if you like for more theories.